Sadly, North America is the middle ground between these two, and yeah, they're both experiencing a bit of lag by the looks of it. Hopefully it's not going to last too long. We had a sub, by the way. I just want to shout him out before we got going. I thought, by the way, this is a creative, like, some sort of Roman numeral, like 21 king or something, but it's actually Viking. And I'm just horrible, I think. Either way, thanks for that sub, man. Big shout out to you. Thanks for the support. Let's hop into the match, though. Spawning here in the bottom right corner of the map. Equally painfully suffering from some delay. It's going to be the blue Zerg player, Solar.
Well, equally painfully suffering from some delay. In the upper left, it is the red Protoss Fanatics Harstem.
Let's see if the graphs want to work here. They do! Fantastic! Let's hope it doesn't break. The graphs are really not going to get overused here, guys, because quite frankly, things like worker count you can see down here, things like army count you can see down here as well. But I really like this income tab, because this is, I mean, like, you kind of know some things about StarCraft 2, but to visualize it's completely different. And what's really cool is, like, you see Protoss players will get ahead really quickly with that income tab, thanks to Chrono Boost, but Zerg players, man, the second those injects start up, you see that economy just skyrocket. Now, I believe Foxtrot Labs is getting a touch-up. I think they're making it cross only if I'm not mistaken, but at the moment I believe it's still only no vertical spawns. So that's why Harstem did check the top right corner of the map first, and he is actually going to cannon rush.
Hey, well this is
This is
awfully early, and Solar already scouts it. I mean the forge isn't even done yet. That's early.
I love how dedicated he went to try and hide that probe. Like, I'm not here.
Can you even fit? Okay, you can fit one cannon. Oh no, there's a pathway.
Okay, so that's kind of cool. Learning about the terrain. Oh, you got some mineral walk though.
Oh, well, he has to. Okay, yeah, with two cannons, Solar's gonna be able to clean this up.
He's gonna be able to do it with the drones. This kind of sucks for our.
Well, he's actually bringing a lot more drones. Maybe afraid of a second probe coming down too quickly. Yeah.
Yeah, Harstem doesn't over dedicate to this. He knows. He knows that it's not going to work out at this point, so falls back a little bit. Solar also going for the scout with the Overlord and the Horizontal Swan, so it looks like both these guys do know about the map. So this has actually been a bit of an issue we've seen in several different matches, both in Europe and North America, where some players didn't know. But ignorance is sometimes best, because there was a PvP I cast where there was a proxy gate, but because one of the players didn't really know where. I have never seen anyone take this base yet to date. We'll talk about this in a sec. But yeah, vertical spawns are disabled on this map, guys. So this one guy scouted vertically because I guess it was habit and he didn't know that was not the case. But Harstem actually catches this. Now this is a bit odd because this mineral patch, guys, when this dissipates later, this opens up a pathway. The gold base, of course, is great, but this is so susceptible to attacks. I mean, stalkers can literally sit on the other side of the mineral line. You don't even need Colossus to put pressure onto this.
It reminds me a lot of Antigua. Yes,
a little bit, yeah, a little bit. I get that feel too.
Yeah, when they went for the gold base as their third, and sometimes you didn't scout it for a while, and then you saw it, and you're like, oh, you son of a...
Son of a mother.
Yeah.
The thing here, actually, that I think is a little bit funny, though, is the middle of the map. This is, like, disobeyed every rule that StarCraft 2 has ever had, where, like, you don't put these sort of pathways because of force fields. I don't think this will come into effect, maybe. Oh, hey, I didn't realize this is elite right there. Nerds. But there's a lot of ramps to try and get around the force field. So if it is going to be like somehow abused by Harstem later on, there's at least ways to circumvent it. But still, this is it's a very unique map layout. We really don't see a lot of this map, guys. And I'm curious to see if with the cross spawn fix that is coming, I don't actually know if that's actually applied yet or not. We might have just left out with spawn locations to see if this will mean we get more usage out of the map.
All I know is that Nathanis lied yesterday on the WCS cast. I don't know if it was actually changed today.
Oh, you know what? I heard that too. That was the, and you had to admit it afterwards? Oh, that was embarrassing.
Yeah, what an embarrassing time for that guy.
Gosh. You know, busy being a WCS caster, how embarrassing.
No, anyways.
But no, this is curious, because guys, here's the dynamic of why we're really talking about this gold base, putting emphasis on this than anything else in the game. There's a lot of other ways you can take bases on this. You know, you knock down these rocks, think this one is your third. But this is... I don't know, this is just not the one I've ever seen taken, but Solar's getting away with it. Lots of gold income right now. You know, go back to the income tab. Nope, it's disabled. Okay, I'm going to have to talk to Ryan about this bug. But yeah, his economy is going to be looking pretty fantastic. On 3 bases with that gold, I mean, that's right now just a lot of drones, okay, but later on this becomes a hell of a lot of lings, more queens, faster lair. Lots and lots and lots of roaches I predict in the future, but I like the static D coming down here.
Harstem?
Actually, you know what? This is sick. This is give him a lot of creep spread if he starts spreading towards the left or by the gold.
Oh, you can trade it behind the gold. Yeah, behind the gold to
yeah.
Harstem's base. Excuse me.
Harstem, he's going for the Warp Prism really early. This is kind of curious to me. Because he doesn't have like 4 sentries down, so we're not going to have that like wall off this base and then warp in indefinitely. But yeah, I don't know how he plans to make use of the Warp Prism this early.
We only have one gateway, so you know, you're warping one zone at a time. It can take a while, but I think it's going to time out nicely with the other 2 gateways that are coming out. So I think that was the plan. It does go by an Overlord though, so whoops a daisy, and then it goes back. Awkward Warp Prism is awkward, and it goes by the Overlord again.
Okay, so Harstem has but 1 sentry in this. What he could be possibly looking to do, guys, and this is what I find so odd about it, is like the logic of this normally is you've got like 4 to 7 gates behind this. You drop the sentry here, force field this off, and you either kill either side of the base. But this is not enough, I don't think. I don't really know how he plans to utilize this. And Solar's already reacted. He's already got links here in the main. He's ready for whatever's coming.
Yeah. I mean, well, obviously he saw the Warp Prism. What else do you have a Warp Prism in there for?
Right,
except he usually sent you this time. But Harstem throws down 4 more gateways behind this, as well as the Colossus. He could be looking to apply a lot of pressure to that gold base, and I definitely like this choice. I think, like, you know, it's a situation where, say you all, like, it's an all-in technically, you do so much damage almost guaranteed because of the layout with Colossus that you can expand off behind of it anyways. So
oh yeah, this is the map too where you can put the blink back there. I forgot about that.
Once
again, this map does not get utilized much.
No, it doesn't. Solar is going for a Ling Hydra composition, which could be dangerous.
But this is going to work out really badass because of that creep spread. I mean, that's usually the one detriment to the Ling Hydra. You know, they're forced to fight off of creep into Colossus through force fields. But actually, because Solar's able to accelerate his creep spread so far, he's going to have a lot of that to support this build.
I'm more worried because of the Colossus count. Wait, actually, I thought I was getting a second Colossus. Yeah, okay, it just popped out. All right. Oh wait, no Mothership Core for a long time. Well, anyways, with 2 Colossus and enough force fields, like Ling Hydras, they're 2 things that don't deal well with Colossus.
You know, though, you bring up a good point with that Mothership Core. This is not going to have enough energy for those double time warps. It's not going to have enough energy for a recall.
Yeah,
Harstem is actually
working
to be in a very bad spot.
Oh, if he had waited and dealt with the attack at home with like the force fields in the Sim City, I think he actually takes a really good engagement. Out here, God. I don't know.
He's going to have to warp in like crazy if he wants to defend at home. He is going to kill a 3rd base. This will work out. He can leave a small amount of units here. But the problem is segmenting back like this. He doesn't have any beef in the army, right? So the Hydras are just going to turn around and be like, sup.
This might be perfect. Roaches. It depends on the force fields. It really, really does. Are the force fields going to save the Colossus?
This is so awkward, guys. Ling's getting to the the natural base. I want to say 3rd, but it's actually just the natural. Main base also under attack here. Harstem bleeding out drones right now. Can he force field the ramp? He does force field the ramp, so he minimizes the amount. Yeah, he's actually going to kill a lot here. This works out, I think, a lot better for Harstem than he thought it was going to, but still messy. 18 probes dead. And he didn't really kill the 3rd. He just simply denied a little bit of mining.
Yeah, and well, actually, the Warp Prism will survive because there's no Hydralisk in that Roach army, but the Pylon won't. But I think that Harstem took way too much damage. His window of opportunity is gone.
He just lost his upgrades. Didn't realize that on the forge that went down.
He lost like everything.
Yeah,
I mean,
this is a horrible spot to be in right now.
Yeah. It looks like he's gonna just try and come back with with the same attack. He did actually save most of his army. You know, Solar did give away a lot of army, but on a gold base, he actually can. Like 170 supply to just 85.
Yeah. Just a bit of a side note while this game starts turning on. Ooh, actually never hoped that thought. Roaches get right on top of the army despite this force is actually being pretty fantastic. Actually, I take that back. Harstem, he steals that up, but he uses almost every force field to do so.
He has about 5 left, I believe, so if he goes up the ramp, he'll be able to force field it off again, but I don't know from behind.
Ling's flooding in from that ramp. Yeah, this is just a horrible spot to be in. Mothership Core can't recall or anything like this. Harstem, I think he's about to be losing his army, but also losing the game.
He's dealing so well, and if you can imagine if Solar, if Harstem would just not take the fight in the areas that are actually wide open on this map, like you can imagine how powerful this push could have been.
Well, I think the other thing too is like this was meant to be a very aggressive push. He skips the Observer, goes straight for the Warp Prism. He never saw those Lings and Hydras just waiting for him to push out of his base. I mean, so often in StarCraft 2, it's information that makes all the difference in the game. We kind of saw that with Supernova versus TLO, preparing for Ultras instead of Broodlords. This time, Harstem just gets a little bit sideswiped.
We have a muted transition on the way, and Harstem is not prepared to deal with that. I mean, sentries, they're not so good against mutas.
No, certainly not. But the little thing I was trying to give it a side for was, speaking to the guy who's been running all the Team Liquid live report threads, sub to the channel, Lorning, big shout out. But you know what, Harstem, I gotta tell you, he's making the best out of a terrible scenario.
He is making a lot of things work, and this is actually a really great build for this map. Like, it's absolutely perfect, except that the counterattack happened, and now there's more counterattacks.
Yeah, there's too much slipping by is the problem. As weird as it is to consider, if not an observer, maybe like a pylon over here just to see this coming, but he's gonna call the well played. He's too far behind at this point. Good moves out of Harstem, but not good enough. Solar will take game number 1 in this best of 3.